Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. Long-term vision beats short-term comfort. Fear doesn't disappear, you move forward despite it. Innovation requires the courage to fail publicly. Persistence outlasts talent every single time. Before the world knew the name Amazon, before the smile, the billions, the rockets, and the headlines, there was a man sitting alone with a notebook, staring at numbers, feeling the quiet fear of walking away from everything that looked safe. Jeff Bezos did not start as a billionaire. He didn't start as a visionary icon. He started as a risk-taker who was terrified but honest enough to admit it. Jeff grew up as a curious child. He loved taking things apart just to understand how they worked. His grandfather owned a ranch, and young Jeff spent summers fixing windmills, repairing fences, and solving problems with his hands. That curiosity never left him. But curiosity doesn't pay the bills. Years later, Jeff followed the traditional path of success. Good grades, prestigious education, a high-paying job on Wall Street. He worked at a hedge fund called D.E. Shaw, where he quickly rose through the ranks. By his early 30s, Jeff Bezos was already successful by society's standards. He had money. He had respect. He had stability. And yet something was missing. One day, Jeff came across a statistic that changed everything. Internet usage was growing at over 2,300% per year. That number hit him like lightning. He couldn't ignore it. He felt it in his bones. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept asking himself one question. What will I regret more when I'm 80, trying and failing, or never trying at all? That question haunted him. After weeks of internal struggle, Jeff did something that shocked everyone around him. He quit his secure Wall Street job. Friends called him crazy. Colleagues warned him. Family members worried. You're walking away from a guaranteed future, they said. You're throwing away everything, they said. Jeff listened. Then he smiled. I don't want to live with regret, he replied. He packed his car, drove across the country, and started working on an idea during the drive. His wife sat beside him, typing business plans as the miles passed. They didn't know it yet, but this road trip was the beginning of one of the most painful and powerful journeys in modern business history. Amazon did not start as a global empire. It started in a garage. No fancy office. No massive funding. Just Jeff, a desk made of doors, and a vision no one else could see. Amazon was originally an online bookstore. That was it. Books. And even that simple idea came with brutal challenges. The website crashed constantly. Orders came in faster than the system could handle. Jeff and his small team packed books on their knees, surrounded by boxes, working late into the night. Then came the failures. Customers complained. Investors doubted. Competitors laughed. Amazon lost money again and again and again. Year after year, Amazon reported losses. Critics called it a joke. Analysts said it would never survive. Newspapers wrote articles predicting its death. Jeff Bezos became known as the man burning cash. Every failure hurt. Every loss was public. Every mistake was magnified. And there were many mistakes. Failed product launches. Bad investments. Projects that cost millions and returned nothing. At one point, Amazon was weeks away from bankruptcy. One wrong move, and it was over. Jeff would walk the warehouse floor late at night, exhausted, questioning himself. What if they were right? What if I've ruined everything? He failed not once. Not twice. But hundreds, even thousands of times. But here's the truth most people don't understand. Jeff Bezos was not failing randomly. He was failing forward. The turning point at Amazon, Jeff made one rule very clear. If you're not failing, you're not innovating enough. This wasn't arrogance. It was survival. Jeff understood something most people don't. Big success demands big experimentation. And big experimentation guarantees failure. While others played it safe, Jeff played the long game. He invested heavily in customer experience, even when it made no sense financially. Free returns. Fast shipping. Lower prices. All decisions that hurt profits in the short term. Investors panicked. Where is the profit? they asked. Jeff calmly responded, "We're building something bigger than quarterly results." One of the biggest turning points came with Amazon Prime. Free 2-day shipping sounded insane. It cost billions. Analysts said it would destroy the company. Jeff approved it anyway. Another turning point came with Amazon Web Services cloud computing. At the time, no one understood why an online bookstore was building internet infrastructure. Even inside Amazon, employees questioned it. But Jeff saw the future before arrived. And still, failures continued. The Fire Phone was a disaster. Entire teams worked for years only to watch the product collapse. Millions lost. But Jeff didn't punish failure. He studied it. What did we learn? He asked. That question changed everything. Each failure sharpened Amazon's strategy. Each mistake revealed a weakness. Each loss built resilience. Jeff adopted a mindset few leaders could handle. Be stubborn on vision. Be flexible on details. Slowly, quietly, the world began to notice. Amazon expanded beyond books, electronics, clothing, cloud services, entertainment, logistics. What once looked like chaos was actually a master plan unfolding. The same people who mocked Jeff now studied him. The same analysts who predicted failure now struggle to explain Amazon's dominance. Jeff Bezos didn't win because he avoided failure. He won because he outlasted it. The success and life lessons. Today, Amazon is one of the most powerful companies on earth. Jeff Bezos became one of the richest individuals in history. But money was never the real victory. The real victory was transformation. From a man doubted by everyone to a leader who redefined how the world shops, works, and thinks. Jeff once said, "Failure and invention are inseparable twins." That sentence explains everything. He failed 1,000 times so one idea could change the world. And here's the lesson for you. Your failures are not evidence that you're losing. They're evidence that you're trying. Every rejection, every mistake, every setback is shaping you into someone stronger if you let it. Jeff Bezos was not fearless. He was afraid, but he moved forward anyway. He didn't wait for certainty. He acted with conviction. And you don't need a garage, $1 billion, or a tech company to apply this lesson. You need courage. You need patience. You need resilience. Because success doesn't come to the smartest. It comes to the most persistent. So if you're failing right now, if nothing seems to work, if people doubt you, remember this story. The man who failed 1,000 times before success didn't quit. And neither should you. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. Long-term vision beats short-term comfort. Fear doesn't disappear, you move forward despite it. Innovation requires the courage to fail publicly. Persistence outlasts talent every single time.